It's time once again for us to pound the table where we get really downright obnoxious about guys that we think should be in your starting lineups this week. So, look, for a while it's easy to say Travis Kelce. I mean, he wouldn't be in this segment because you were just automatically starting him. But based on the first few weeks of the season, I feel like we got to make a case for him now.
Everybody's acting like Travis Kelce is washed and all of a sudden can't play football. But you know what? I'm going to sit here. What do I found? Oh, look what I found. A blue bat for the Titans of Cal State Fullerton, and sitting and pounding the table for Travis Kelce, because I am tired of the disrespect, everybody acting like he can't play football anymore. No, this Chiefs offense just continues to evolve. They're looking at other people. Guys like Rashee Rice has stepped up, but with Isaiah Pacheco being out, and I mentioned this last week, this is a prime opportunity for Travis Kelce to get back into the swing of things. This is his revenge tour or his new era, but he's always played well against the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
And in a sea of red out there, I think that Travis Kelce will have another monster game against the Chargers, and he'll go out, and we will never get back together if he doesn't go out there and play well this week.
I feel like there's some bad blood between him and the Chargers.
Little bit.
I'm just saying.
A lot of it.
In the meantime, let's move over to Tony Pollard, who, look.
Oh, George Lucas is going to sue somebody.
This is a space sword. It is not the other thing, so that the mouse doesn't come after us. But I'm going to pound the salad, because I don't want to break this thing for Tony Pollard. Look, I will say this. I didn't expect Tony Pollard was going to get as much opportunity in this offense as he has. He's accounted for about 40% of their touches, 25% of their scrimmage yards, leads the team in receptions, second in targets. And going against a Miami defense that you see right there, allowed a top 7 running back in each of the last 2 weeks, 5th most fantasy points per game to the position this season, one of 2 teams to allow 6 or more scrimmage touchdowns to a running back this season. So, Tony Pollard, I admit I was wrong about you, at least about how your usage was going to go. So I apologize for that.
Last week, you're fine.
All right.
One of the players I'm going to be talking about right now is I'm going to hype up his quarterback in a moment.
I don't know how to turn this off. All right, there it is.
Are you through? Are you finished with that?
I'm done for now.
All right, sir. We can't take you anywhere, but I'm going to pound the table for George Pickens. And I'm going to sit there, I'm going to go pound the television monitor over there, just like George Pickens was watching it on draft night. No. I love this matchup this week against the Indianapolis Colts. Last week, gave up 363 passing yards to Caleb Williams. Rome Odunze was feasting. DJ Moore was feasting. The Colts have allowed the second most yards per target to players lined up out wide this season. And if you followed Justin Fields' career at all, he does not go to the middle of the field. Thank you for backing that up with the video right there. He looks for the guy outside. So start George Pickens.
All right. We got George Pickens. You mentioned Rome Odunze. I'm going to pound the table. I can't move this neck the other way because this thing's not strong enough. But I'm going to pound the table for Rome Odunze this week for the Chicago Bears going against the Los Angeles Rams. We saw the big game he had last week, 112 yards and a touchdown, 234 air yards for Rome Odunze. Yeah, he didn't catch all of them, but they're giving him opportunities downfield. That's what you love to see, especially against a Rams defense that has been beaten deep repeatedly this season. On deep targets, 8 catches, 271 yards, and 5 touchdowns against the Rams. We saw Jawan Jennings make a bunch of big plays last week. I think we can see Rome Odunze make a bunch of big plays this week.
All right, I'm going to go with another wide receiver, and I want to talk about a guy who could step up and be a huge performer this week, and it's Xavier Leggett. Yes, to the Carolina Panthers. And I'm talking about a receiver of another former Bears quarterback. Andy Dalton has come in and revitalized this team. That's right, former Bears quarterbacks are 4-0 this year. Haven't heard that at all. Leggett is a guy that we got to keep an eye on. Obviously, Adam Thielen is going to be out for quite some time. Leggett is going to be given an opportunity against a Bengals defense that have allowed a top 20 wide receiver in each of the last 2 weeks. Terry McLaurin bounced back from the schneid last week, just getting to play the Bengals defense. I expect Andy Dalton, I guess he also played for the Bengals, in a revenge game. Revenge, like the Revenge of the Jedi, which is the movie that they wanted to call it until the studio execs were like, that's too deep. We got to go Return of the Jedi.
Nah.
Not that is in any way a lightsaber.
But we got Revenge of the Sith. Not that they had space swords in that movie. They didn't have Dalton Kincaid in that movie either, but I think he's going to get some revenge on fantasy managers who are starting to quit on him. So I